playoffs as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it'll be a great one between the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass, you don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll look to throw here. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route.
The pass complete to Quez Watkins. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Getting the ball is Cook, running left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
And the Colts first down.
Left side, Cook. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here's Cook again.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Colts are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start.
First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Look at this time for Woods, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Julian Blackman.
The 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Extra point attempt here still to come. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Going right side here, and that's complete.
He's going to pick up the first down and then some.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Cook. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to.
Pick up a 1st down.
Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Second catch of this AFC title game, but he's got a first down. Back to the ground, Cook. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 13-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A give. This is Cook. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd and 6. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're
You
down.
don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Touchdown! A big play there. 46 yards. And the Jaguars get a bit closer. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. AFC title game, second quarter action, 2 minutes to play. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Cook. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Colts send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at the 18. 56 yards the punt that time, 12 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll try and throw for it here. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. Second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
It's caught by Davis. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have a Colts first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Back to throw again. And that's incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field, and it took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And his kick is indeed good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They go play action here on first down. This pass caught. It's Woods. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Back to Taylor on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Here's 2nd and 8. And going deep for Hill. And this is taken in at the 5. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 61 yards. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll go with a keeper. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Well, I think the effort was there, but sometimes the defense is just a little bit better. No gain on the quarterback sneak, no place to go.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Tyreek Hill there to make the grab. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal.
Makes the score Colts 20, Jaguars 17.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. But, Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars have taken the lead here in this AFC title game. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are, but what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Again, it's Cook. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Davis. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
First down, Indianapolis.
They'll drop to throw. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
He has just not had his focus in this game. It's not 1 drop. It's not 2. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. They'll look to throw again. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Indianapolis. James Cook, 40 yards. And the Colts are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Jacksonville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They'll set up to throw. And going deep for Hill. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 82 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Now, that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
A throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And this one likely on the short list for Game of the Year candidates. And boy, did it come in a good one here in the playoffs. All tied in the 4th with a berth to the Super Bowl on the line. Buckle up, everybody. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They run once more with Taylor. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
He'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have the Jaguars first down as they wind up getting 13 there on 4th down. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 11. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
101 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this AFC title game. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Now Cook running right, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And the question now, can they get closer on 3rd down? A field goal from here, you're looking at right about a 52-yarder. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. First down, here's the run with Cook. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. 2nd and 12. Cook up the gut. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And the kick is good. He got it. And with that, they are off to the Super Bowl. And the AFC champion has been crowned onto the Super Bowl. There cannot be a better feeling than this.
It's almost indescribable. And when we talk to players from the past, a lot of them mention getting to the Super Bowl, winning a conference championship, even before they talk about the Super Bowl itself. All that hard work to get to your goal, incredible.